Imagine a path steeped in darkness, where every step is guided by the desire for revenge and pain. Now, visualize that same path transforming, revealing a greater purpose and unexpected hope. This is the journey of Sasuke Uchiha, a character whose search for redemption and peace resonates deeply with the verse in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I am the one who knows the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to make prosper them and do no harm, plans give you hope and a future." Follow how, through adversity and wrong choices, Sasuke discovers that even the darkest paths can lead to light, prosperity, and a future of hope. Sasuke Uchiha is a character from the anime and manga Naruto, created by Masashi Kishimoto. A member of the Uchiha clan, one of the most powerful in Konoha, Sasuke's life is drastically transformed when his older brother, Itachi Uchiha, massacres the entire clan, leaving him as the only survivor. This traumatic event defines his main motivation, to seek revenge against Itachi. Initially, Sasuke is a cold and determined prodigy whose goal is to become strong enough to defeat his brother. He joins Team 7, consisting of Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno, and Sensei Kakashi Ataki. The rivalry between Sasuke and Naruto intensifies, but also turns into a complex relationship of friendship and mutual admiration. The incessant search for power leads Sasuke to abandon Konoha and his friends, choosing to ally with Orochimaru, one of the main antagonists of the series. This decision marks the beginning of his downfall, plunging him into a dark phase where he becomes colder and more calculating, moving away from the values and emotional bonds he had formed. In his quest for more strength, Sasuke is willing to sacrifice everything, including his own humanity. During his time with Orochimaru, Sasuke trains intensely, honing his skills and adopting an increasingly vengeful and isolated stance. He faces several adversaries, accumulating power, but also becoming more distant and ruthless. His obsession with revenge leads him to commit morally questionable acts, further distancing himself from his former friends and his own essence. Sasuke's downfall reaches its peak when he finally confronts and kills Itachi, only to discover the truth about the Uchiha massacre. Itachi had actually acted on orders from Konoha's leaders to prevent a civil war, sacrificing his own clan for the greater good. This knowledge deeply shakes Sasuke, who begins to question his motivations and Konoha's political system. Disillusioned and full of hatred, Sasuke decides to destroy Konoha, seeking to avenge his clan and punish those he considers responsible for his personal tragedy. He allies with Tobi, one of the leaders of Akatsuki, who manipulates him for his own ends. During this phase, Sasuke sinks further into darkness, facing former allies and committing increasingly extreme acts. The verse from Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future," offers a profound reflection on the trajectory of Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke, throughout his journey in Naruto, faces a series of challenges that take him away from his original path and plunge him into darkness. After the massacre of his clan, his life is dominated by the desire for revenge against his brother, Itachi. This goal becomes his only motivation, leading him to decisions that distance him from his friends and his own humanity. He allies with Orochimaru and commits morally dubious acts, all in the name of his quest for power. However, the truth revealed about Itachi and the sacrifices he made in the name of Konoha's peace make Sasuke reconsider his choices and motivations. He realizes that his life has been shaped by circumstances beyond his control, and that his path of revenge has not brought him the peace or justice he sought. Reflection on the verse from Jeremiah 29 verse 11 can be applied here. Even though Sasuke followed a dark path, it's possible to see that there was a bigger plan for him. Even in his darkest moments, there was a purpose he still couldn't understand. His challenges and suffering, although painful, led him to a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. In the end, he finds redemption and a new purpose, choosing to protect those he loves and seek a better future for everyone. Just as the verse suggests that God has plans of prosperity and hope for each of us, Sasuke's story demonstrates that, despite adversity and wrong choices, it is possible to find a path of redemption and purpose. The plans that initially seemed full of pain and suffering were actually part of a longer and more complex path that would lead you to true prosperity and peace. Sasuke's hope and future were always present, waiting for him to find his true path, understand his mistakes and choose a new path, aligned with the values of friendship, justice, and protection. Just as the verse suggests that God has plans of prosperity and hope for each of us, Sasuke's story demonstrates that, despite adversity and wrong choices, it is possible to find a path of redemption and purpose. The plans that initially seemed full of pain and suffering were actually part of a longer and more complex path that would lead you to true prosperity and peace. Sasuke's hope and future were always present, waiting for him to find his true path, understand his mistakes and choose a new path, aligned with the values of friendship, justice, and protection. At the beginning of his journey, Sasuke was consumed by the desire for revenge, which clouded his vision of the future and separated him from the people who cared about him. He believed that only by destroying his brother and punishing those he held responsible for his clan's downfall could he find peace. This narrow focus led him to make drastic decisions, such as allying himself with Orochimaru, one of the most dangerous villains in the series, sacrificing his principles and relationships. Yet even amidst the darkness, there were signs that Sasuke might find redemption. His interactions with Naruto, Sakura, and other Konoha friends demonstrated that there were people willing to fight for him, forgive him, and help him find his way again. These bonds, often ignored or rejected by Sasuke, were the manifestation of the hope and future that Jeremiah's verse mentions. They were a constant reminder that he was not alone and that there was a better path, waiting to be taken. The revelation of Itachi's true motivation was a crucial turning point. Upon understanding that his brother acted out of love and sacrifice, protecting the village and, indirectly, Sasuke, he began to question his own motivations and actions. This moment of introspection was painful but necessary. He realized that his quest for revenge was rooted in misunderstanding and manipulation, and that his true path was not one of destruction, but of understanding and justice. Sasuke's path to redemption was neither immediate nor easy. He had to confront his mistakes, accept the consequences of his actions, and, above all, open himself to the possibility of change. Alongside Naruto and other allies, he faced greater threats, which helped him see the importance of fighting for something greater than himself. In the end, he chose a new path, dedicating himself to protecting Konoha and working in the shadows to ensure everyone's peace and safety. Sasuke then found a true purpose, aligned with the values of friendship, justice, and protection. His journey illustrates that even when the path seems to be full of pain and suffering, there is always the possibility of finding redemption and a future full of hope. The difficulties and mistakes we face may be necessary parts of a larger plan that leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our role in the world. Just as God has plans of prosperity and hope for each of us, Sasuke's story shows that these plans can reveal themselves in unexpected ways, guiding us to a future of true peace and purpose. Sasuke Uchiha's journey, filled with pain, revenge, and darkness, eventually guides him to a path of redemption and purpose, resonating deeply with the verse Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Despite the wrong choices and adversities he faced, Sasuke discovers that the plans for prosperity and hope were always there, waiting for him to find his true path. His story reminds us that, even in the darkest moments, there is always the possibility of transformation and redemption. It is a powerful testimony that with understanding, friendship, and a higher purpose, we can overcome our mistakes and achieve a future of true peace and prosperity. If you like the content and want to help us continue, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment or suggestion about a book, film, series, anime that you want to see analyzed on the channel.